Everybody can become a Jedi. Ahsoka's Sabine plot blew the Force wide open. The choice for the Mandalorian Sabine Wren to become a Jedi Padawan in Ahsoka was indeed a controversial one at first, but it has since proven to be an important storyline that's completely transforming the way we look at both the Jedi and the Force itself. The way the Jedi Order is developed in the Star Wars prequel trilogy completely changed how it was viewed before, providing insight as to the various rules and regulations that were included for Jedi in the Jedi Code. This has informed the current view that the Jedi Order is actually quite strict. This is what made it even more shocking to see a character like Sabine, who had previously shown no aptitude for the Force in Star Wars Rebels, training as a Jedi Padawan in the live-action Ahsoka series. The fact that she's also a Mandalorian alone makes it surprising, given the two groups' long history of warring with one another, but the nicer relations built between them ever since the Clone Wars has made that more forgivable. Sabine's Jedi arc, however, has more significance than building a bridge between Jedi and Mandalorians, and it changes our view on the Force. When we first see Sabine in Ahsoka, she's not adept in the Force. In fact, she openly struggles to use it, unable to move even a small cup upon a table. Prior to her Jedi training, she also exhibited little to no signs of being Force-sensitive at all, especially as someone who is so rooted in her Mandalorian culture. While she's able to use the Force by the end of Ahsoka Season 1, doing so to help Ezra Bridger reach Grand Admiral Thrawn's ship, this greater journey she takes in Ahsoka proves that anyone can become a Jedi. This is exactly what Dave Filoni himself said about Sabine's Force potential when discussing Ahsoka in 2023. He stated that everyone is a part of the Force because the Force resides in all living things, but it still takes time, practice, and intense focus to gain the ability to wield it the way the Jedi do. That sheer dedication is what separates those who can become Jedi from those who cannot, and Sabine is a perfect example of that. She's a talented warrior, but above all else, she's willing to put in the work required to become a Force wielder. Even if Sabine had never been able to wield the Force at all in Ahsoka, she still could have been a Jedi, because being a Jedi is about more than just the power to wield the Force. This is something even Yoda himself recognized, as the short story, What a Jedi Makes by Michael Kagi from Stories of Jedi and Sith sees Yoda training a non-Force-sensitive boy to become a Jedi, with the Grandmaster even referencing Farseeker Lyr, another non-Force-sensitive Jedi who penned one of the greatest ancient Jedi texts. Yoda knew Force wielding doesn't determine a Jedi's greatness. This is what has always separated the Jedi from other groups like the Sith. The Sith actively seek power, manipulating the Force in unnatural ways to achieve it by any means possible. The Jedi, however, don't share that same value. Their goal is to protect others and to nurture the Force, allowing it to guide them through their lives. This is what ultimately contributed to the Jedi Order's fall during Order 66. They were using what power they had for something far different from their true purpose. Sabine's Force arc proves that this power truly isn't necessary for any Jedi. The Jedi in Star Wars have, up until this point, been mainly focused upon bloodlines, most notably those of the Skywalkers and the Palpatines. Sabine, however, is a refreshing look at how someone can become a Jedi even when it wasn't something she ever thought she could be destined for. There's no Force power nor any history in her bloodline, making it easier for her. Every step of the way, Sabine has to carve her own path to becoming a Jedi, unlearning any Mandalorian lessons that openly resisted the Jedi in the process. This is hopefully the first step in a more common thread of this kind of Jedi in future Star Wars stories, especially as we head into Rey's upcoming new Jedi Order movie. Star Wars has always been about people seeing themselves within the heroes in these stories, and there's no better way to prove that than to continually show Jedi who aren't attached to famous, powerful legacies, working hard to become who they want to be. Ahsoka has opened this critical avenue, and hopefully, Star Wars will only continue the trend it set with Sabine.